2:30. Hi everybody, my name is Shazzy on the school bubble. I'm trying to understand this technology, so it's quite crazy. Byron, I hope the connection is working on your side as well. Instagram needs to put this thing where they can actually tell us how our network is looking like. There we go. There we go. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
How
How
are
are
you
you?
doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
Oh, it's the first interview that we have with Insta Live, and it feels so great. It's quite tricky because technology. I'm actually trying to find the buttons, but it's working. It's working. So this is
It looks
fantastic.
like it's working, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. So Mr. Byron Major, thank you so much for joining. Everybody else that's joining, thank you so much. I'm Shazzy Bubble, the East African Queen, and we're live together with Mr. Byron Major, who's a musician. So Mr. Byron, for those people who don't know who you are, and they're trying to, they're sleeping on you, they don't know what you're doing, how you're finessing, just let everybody know who exactly.
Okay, first of all, well, I'm Byron Major, aka B Major. I'm a South African-born artist, and at the moment I've got a song called Rockstar out, and it's been doing quite well, all over the globe in its little way, and we're getting some playing essay as well. It's my third professional single. I've had a couple of hits in the UK dance charts, but this is the first time I'm going out with something that I feel really comfortable and fresh with.
Okay. So what was your because I know recently Rockstar was #1 on BBC Radio and it's banging in Miami, Sweden, Germany. You're all over. You're all over the streets. What was your inspiration for Rockstar?
It was the inspiration for Rockstar was kind of like we've all got that inner rockstar inside of us, and sometimes life gets us to a point, where we feel kind of insecure about who we are and what we're able to give to the world.
Yeah.
And it's about, staying true to yourself, believing in your values and your morals, and kind of letting that inner star shine. And by doing so, we allow everyone around us to do the same thing,
Yeah, true. That's very true. Was music always your first career option in life? Did you ever want to become something different? Maybe like a go-go dancer, or you don't know.
What's a go-go dancer?
It's like I don't know actually. No, like those girls that dance the lights and stuff, go-go dancers.
Sounds
Or
cool.
maybe a rugby player.
Yeah, I played provincial rugby while I was in high school, and I think I always just kind of kept my options open. And in a long story short, like the sports really helped my eye and hand coordination and my feet and all of that. So it helped with rhythm and all of those things. But I think music, from the moment I went to school for music at the age of 7, it was a boarding school. That's when I knew this is something I really want to do for the rest of my life. But even up to this day, I work in the healthcare industry during the day. And we work in well-being. So we offer financial, mental well-being, as well as legal well-being to individuals working for companies. And it's kind of something that I tie back to music. So I look up to people like Prince Harry and Prince William. They're royals, but every day they still go to, high schools and primary schools to talk about mental well-being, and especially in music. There's a big stigma that's attached to creativity, being really good at what you do as a creative and as an artist, and that's kind of biased towards dressing a certain way or thinking a certain way, and it's attached to alcoholism and drug abuse and all of those things. And if you work a normal 9 to 5 job just with your shirt and your t-shirt, it's assumed that you're not creative or you can't come up with creative concepts as well as any fashion house or record studio around the world,
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's also tying back to Rockstar, how I needed to find that within myself to really say that regardless of what I do during the day, the hustle between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. can still carry on, and you can still work towards something that you really want to become and want to do for the rest of your life.
That's
Even if the journey started 20 years ago, it doesn't matter.
And what it sparked your music, your love for music? Did you pick up like a violin? Were you playing the piano and you're like, I really want to get into music? Or were you knew from the get-go, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to kill it?
Yeah, I never really knew who I was and who I am and all the. I mean, I've always had a good sense of myself, but as I grow older, you just kind of find like the little puzzle pieces of your life, and you kind of piece together who you are, and that usually happens after you go through some tough times, where your pseudo confidence and your pseudo analysis of who you think you are kind of breaks down, and you go through a big failure, a big hiccup in your life, and then you kind of find out that everything's all right at the end of the day. But in terms of when I first fell in love with music, I remember being in my grandparents' house in Cape Town because I was born there, and I was like dressed up like Michael Jackson with a hat and a glove, and I would dance in the living room to his music. And that's really one of my biggest memories that I have from childhood. And then from there on, it's always been entrenched in music education, schooling, performances, whether it's for Nelson Mandela, birthday celebrations in Boston, or much later in my life, or national TV performances in South Africa. But my youngest memory is just being a fan of Michael Jackson and, trying to emulate what his essence and presence was like.
Okay, along with Michael Jackson and other artists, why do you admire them or look up to them? Which artists do you look up to and why do you admire them? For their work or maybe their creativity?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that I look up to, and I mean, putting Michael Jackson aside, there's a lot of guys out today like Kanye West, um, that I look up to, or Robert Glasper, or AKA, or Natif, or Nasty C, or Wizkid, Davido. I don't really listen to a lot of their music, to be honest with you, but I'm a avid interview viewer for so before I even listen to someone's music, I just go find an interview of them and get a sense of who they are as a person. And I'm drawn to those individuals more by what they've accumulated for themselves as people. I know that they don't come from the most wealthiest families, but they've made a life for themselves that's really admirable and inspires the youth. So for that, I put them almost on a pedestal. And in terms of music, I look for music inspiration further back. So even back to classical Mozart, Bach, but then the 60s, 50s, 70s, and then also from other types of creative industries. If it's patterns in a fabric, that's kind of, how can you say, it's kind of designed in patterns of 4 blocks and then 3 triangles and in color schemes of 2 by 2. You can kind of look at your hi-hat and your kick drum and your synth patterns in the same way. So you can be inspired. I'm inspired by that as well. And just the way people talk and walk, the swag that people carry with themselves from all walks of life. I try being back to music, just in the way that things sound.
That's really interesting. For people who just started music or want to get into the music industry, like what advice would you give to the young ones?
I think just, first of all, believe in yourself, believe in your dream, know who you want to be, know who you are, and just go for it. And, you know, keep your family and your friends close to you, and keep God first of all. And just know that it's a craft, and every day just do a little bit towards it to, you know, kind of improve yourself. Even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the next day, maybe you writing lyrics or a poem for 3 hours. Just try to do something every day, and try get inspiration from all around you, and initially try mimic and imitate what you inspired by, then try manipulate it, and then once you're done with mimicking and manipulating, then try innovating it yourself.
And right now, what's your favorite song at the moment?
Other than my
Even
own song.
Yeah, other than your own song, because every artist believes and knows that, okay, my song's the best songs in the world. And that is true. You must always put yourself first. But for artists, I think it's really difficult for you guys. When people ask you, what musicians do you like, or
Can I
what
can I say a few? There's a few that I go back to almost every day. And that's by other artists. So one would be Nasty C, A Star Is Born. Deleuze, Popular Demand. Omarion and Bow Wow, Hood Star, and Number Ones of the joint album. Mozart, Rex Tremende. Just trying to think now. AKA that, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Casphere's song or something like that.
nobody knows. Nobody knows about it.
It's a good song. It's a really good song. So I'll put that into my virtual DJ at home and on my laptop. And what I would do is I would manipulate the pitch and the speed of the song. So I'd listen to it really slow and really low, or really fast and really high, like a Kanye West sample, or really low, like Tyler the Creator or something. And then I would watch interviews, but then put it all on mute or animation, whatever, and just like try and manipulate the the visuals with the sound. But those are songs that I go back to every day or every second day, because it gives me like a good feeling, and like anything is possible, and I can do it, and if they can do it, so can I. That type of thing.
What is expected from you from the future?
From the future, what's expected from me is to always do music, to know my worth as an artist, to never give up, and to always invest in my own craft and my own business and my own music. And when the time's right, the people will come along, and like today, like you are, and you know, we'll share in a moment or an experience, or whether it be for 30 minutes or for a day or for a year, and we'll make it happen. But for the future, I'd love to focus on being, at least for now, I see as being a recording artist. So this is like my first, this is what I have at the back. That's my mic. I just set it up for this interview, a talking drum, my LG speakers, Claude Monet painting, well, obviously fake, and then George Benson, and that's some notes from my masters that I did like a year ago. So, yeah, but that's for you though, and just to make sure. Sorry, my angles are so bad, but this is my first interview, right? Yeah, wait, I should take a photo of this. Just hold on.
Because you set it up and you're like, you know, the boy things. I need to do that. And I want to have like a background. So when I'm just look at my mic, look at the bag. Expecting in more new music from you. Is there currently a song that you're currently working on at the moment that we should like wait out to see?
Yeah. It's called Summer Day.
It's gonna be for the
and Yeah, exactly. And I'm working on it now. We've got a session. So can I just tell you a little bit of my process of how I make music?
Not a
And
problem.
then, because that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I would work here at home on the production with Glenda. Glenda's my manager and my mother. And we co-write and co-produce together the tracks. So we would write lyrics together, and then once I'm done with the production and the pianos and the singing, we would send it off to London, UK, where I work with an executive producer and a sound engineer. So mostly they would mix and master the track and maybe add a few elements to it, whether it's like snare drums or crash, just some add-ons to polish it up. And from there, we'd take it out via our agents in Oxford. So it's a song called Summer Day, and it's Summer Day feels like Christmas morning. Cruising down the shiny road, on my way, I'm going home. So it's like cruising down the shiny road, on your way, you're going home. In life, there's one guarantee. Show me your courage, fasten your seatbelt. We're about to lift up. Summer day. So we go through the storm to get to the good parts in life, and this day has now come for you, and let's celebrate it because it's a summer day and it feels like a Christmas morning. So that's what we're working on now, and I'll definitely keep you in the loop as soon as it's done.
Thank you so much. Definitely. And if people were trying to get a hold of you to work with you or to hear more about you, where can they find you or follow you or email you? Don't drop your cell phone number though, because you can get DMs. You don't need DMs right now. But
Okay. I'm always on Instagram. If a DM is good for you, you can drop me a DM. If not, I've got it's a business account, so you can email me, just press the contact button. We can work on tracks if you got something that you want me to jump on, or if you want some advice on some stuff, just hit me up. I'm always down. I'll try work it in, just normal life, and we'll try and make it happen. But most of all, let's connect, whoever's out there. And if you feel like, we're on the same wavelengths and same energy, let's do it.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Are you an artist as well? Sorry.
I think I'm
Is it Bubbles?
I'm a rapper, so it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, that's good.
Head, I'm like spitting bars, but when it comes to execution, so I don't think I'll be able to be like behind the mic and be like, I can do this. No, I will really fail. But I want to try. I really want to try. I think it's been an interesting experience too, because I do write, so I just want to see how it's gonna work out if I have to be in the studio and actually record. So I might give it a try too.
And
yeah.
So is it still a song that do you have songs or lyrics, and do you need beats, or where's what you need and what do you got?
I just write because I did acting, so I just write, and I write music, poetry, stories. I'm currently writing a series right now. I feel like I'm getting into
Oh, that's nice.
but it's okay. Right. So I'm literally just about work, and then when I get the time or the money. So yeah, thanks for that interview. But I'm gonna try get into studio now. Thinking about it, you just made me think about it. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna slide into your DMs, drop my tens, and then think about it.
Okay, awesome. I'm inspired by that.
So
Like you can write series and novels and poems and rap and all of that. That's awesome.
think everybody just needs to be able to step out of their comfort zone and do what they need to do. But everyone else that was in this live stream, thank you so much for viewing and being with us. I'm Shazzy_Bubble, the East African Queen, and I'm signing out with Mr. Byron Major. Thank you so much for this amazing
Bye, guys.
interview.
Cheers. God bless. Okay, bye.